Previously on Jeep Roscoe. And of course with the name Gwalia, which literally means Wales, how can I not go there? So effectively I would have done the Nannup in 2 days. Quite famous. Yeah, they really got some nice beaches. Okay, so Google has screwed me over again, taking me down God knows where. I keep saying turn right, turn left, and there is no right or left, it's just a straight road. It is just entering the national park. It looks drivable, so I'll go down as far as I can. Supposed to be going to conspicuous cliffs, but the signpost down this road said blue pools. So, yeah. Let's just say Google should not be followed all the time, and if I didn't have, let's put in a four-wheel drive actually, if I didn't have a four-wheel drive I would not be coming down here. It's starting to feel a little bit sandy. I'd rather not leave my tyres down, to be honest with you, but I might have to if it gets much softer. So we're in the national park. Welcome to the Blue Holes. For your safety, reduce your tyre pressure. I'm guessing this is going to take me to a beach track. Alright, looks like it. Okay, I think I'm going to get to the bottom and I'm going to turn around before I get any further down this rabbit hole. First opportunity I get to turn around, I'm turning around. Looks like a good turning circle to me. Okay, it's another one down. Google not follow. So the other thing, of course, to be aware of going off-road like this down narrow tracks is that you don't want to come head-on to somebody else. You can use my TV antenna catching on the trees. Right. Looks like we're out of the worst of that, but you know, the Jeep surprises me every time really when I think I'm going to struggle, and it just goes more. Eventually I will start to go down tracks like this and get to the end, but I want to go on sand dunes, etc., four-wheel driving with people who know what they're doing before trying it for myself. I know there's the she'll be right attitude or whatever, but you know, I haven't tried my compressor yet, and I don't know what PSI to let the tyres down to and things like this, so I'd rather do it for the first time with other people, with people who know what they're doing, because the last thing I want to happen is for me to go down one of these really kind of remote tracks without having to clear what I'm doing, get stuck and have to cause a bit of an incident, you know. Or worse yet, get Delilah stuck in the sand on the beach as the tide's coming in, and then lose her to the ocean. There are a lot of stories of people doing this. There was one a couple of days ago at a beach where somebody drove a brand new Range Rover down, got it stuck, and the tide came in and just took it. So I don't want to be that guy. Alright, we're back on mainish road, so I'm just going to put it into two-wheel. And we'll shortly rejoin the National Highway 1. We're only about 2 k's out of Walpole or Nannup. The signposts, as you get closer, in the process of reverting back to its indigenous name of Nannup. I think I'm saying it right. Rather than Walpole. No idea where the name Walpole comes from, but I doubt it's Aboriginal. This road's not the smoothest. But we are about to join National Highway 1, the South Coast Highway. Alrighty. This is Walpole, formerly known as Walpole, it would seem. Can't see anything referring to Walpole, so we'll just crack on. The river is called Nannup. So it might just be a smaller settlement just outside of Walpole. That's the Nannup. Also known as Franklin River, apparently. Welcome to the Southern Forests, Shire of Manjimup. We're back up to 90s. Settlement past. Okay, so we actually just got to Walpole proper. Nannup is a different place. So I guess it's the other side of the river. It wasn't far between, maybe 3 or 4 kilometers between each one side of the river and the other side. So Walpole looks considerably larger than Nannup. It's got a visitor centre, bottle shop, IGA, cafes, cafe pubs, so, you know, but it's described in the tour book as a sleepy town. But yeah, let's go get something to eat. Welcome to Walpole, and 42 degrees. Yes, it's quite warm today. Just a little quick look around. I'm going to have a quick little squiz over to the visitor information, which is across the road, and then we're going to crack on. Destination Pemberton today. It is rather warm. Okay, it's officially warm. 42 degrees, very energy sapping, and there's a wind as well, but it's a northerly wind, so it's bringing hot air with it. Anyway, this was stop in Walpole for lunch, going to the Walpole Cafe, run by a couple of Vietnamese, a couple from Vietnam. Jesus. It's run by a couple from Vietnam. Food was very good. They were a little bit, abrupt to service, I guess, but that's I'm kind of used to Vietnamese kind of expectations of do it now. So anyway, we got a bit of a drive now up to Pemberton. There's a few lookouts and stops along the way, but otherwise there's a bit of driving to do now, so back on the road again. Alrighty. To be honest, inside the car at the moment with the aircon on is probably the best place to be. Oh, God help me when I go up north. Alright, we're still about 40 minutes away from Pemberton, but just had to pull over and get a bit of fresh air. I've been stuck behind some caravans for the last like half an hour. Windy roads through these forests, and just can feel myself nodding off. So I might just have a breather, get some fresh air, maybe have a cup of tea. The temperature gauges tell me it's 41 degrees outside, so I kind of don't want to open the door, but I need to stretch my legs and just stretch out a bit, I guess. Last night's sleep didn't help, or lack of, should I say. Peaceful bay, it just was not very peaceful. It's the first time in a while that I haven't slept very well. Anyway, let's go face the oven. Okay, so it's been a very hot, warm day, and there's a fair bit of wind around as well. I've just been listening to the radio and talking to some locals here, and essentially there's a big bushfire in Margaret River all the way down to Augusta. So I'm just looking at the WA alerts pages now to see whether or not there's been any changes, and they're asking people to leave the area, and if you go in there, not to. So looks like we might have to change our plans tomorrow. As from what I've heard today, the fire goes from all the way down Margaret River all the way down to well, just above Augusta at the moment, down Hamlin Bay. So that's all burnt now apparently. We'll try and find out more information as it comes, but we're just in Pemberton. We've set up camp for the night. There's Delilah. I'm just downloading some files. I don't know if you can see the orangey tint in the air, but that's from the bushfires. Got me swag and the camper fly. I'm quite close to both the toilets, laundry, showers, and the camp kitchen tonight. Okay, so just checked the alerts for the morning, and it's a no-go for the west coast, unfortunately. Everywhere from Cape Lewin, which is the south of the west, little bit that sticks out, which is where the Indian meets the Southern Ocean that I was going to show you. Everywhere from there up until Margaret River is out of bounds. It's an emergency act and leave order in place, so yeah, we can't go there. So we're going to this morning we're going to do a couple of things around Pemberton. I'm going to go up the bicentennial tree or the Gloucester Tree, I'm not sure which yet. And then we're going to head north to Nannup or Manjimup. Haven't decided yet. And then we'll see what the latest alerts say. There's a little space north of Margaret River that's currently free, but there's a fire to the north of that again. And then to the north of that you've got Dunsborough and then Bustleton, which are both currently out of the emergency area. So we'll have a look at those. We might end up in Bustleton tonight, or maybe Dunsborough, but we're playing it open. Let's hope for the best. So behind me is the Gloucester Tree, originally designed as a lookout for bushfires, etc. You can now climb it as a tourist attraction. As you can see, the tree just with my shoulder, it's got spirals that you climb to go all the way up to the top. I got my GoPro, which I'm going to wear for you to have a first-person perspective all the way to the top. You very well. So this is the top of the Gloucester Tree. Originally built as a watchtower to look out for fires. This is now a tourist attraction. You can come up. It's a very long way down. I think it's about 70 meters, I think they said. 76 meters. As you can see, I'll be wearing this so you can see the footage as we come up and around. Alright. It's a bit windy up here, so it's starting to sway quite a bit. Definitely not for the faint of heart, this one. There's not much passing points on this route up, and I just could see two people on their way up, so I'm going to wait on this platform so I can let them go past before going down. Interpretation boards about the Gloucester Tree and the routes around here, just for non-metric people. The 58 meters is almost 200 feet. And it's also got a guest book, sign in, sign out sheet. Once again, we cut across the Bibblumun Track here, and if you're walking the Bibblumun Track, you come and you sign this book to say you've been through. And here's a little bushwalker's code of ethics and a bit more information about the Bibblumun Track and some of the other walks around here. Yeah, and the walker's sign-in sheet. It's more of the interpretation boards. See somebody coming down there. They were going up as I was coming down. I think they might struggle. Because this is national parks and it's on the Bibblumun Track, there's access to drinking water too. So if you are coming through here on your walking routes, there is drinking water here. And there is a pay station, but it's unmanned today. It's only manned at peak season, and there is an entry price to come into the park, unless you have a parks pass like I do. So basically that gives me access to all the national parks, reserves, etc. across WA for 12 months. Alright, well that was a cool little thing to do. I really enjoyed that. And now we're going to crack on to Nannup or Manjimup. I haven't decided yet. Busy little town of Manjimup. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but walked around a bit, and there's plenty of shops and stuff. So anyway, with the Margaret River Augusta region closed, I think I'll head up to Bunbury tonight and just catch up with the family a little bit early. Stop in Bustleton for something to eat on the way. It's the Country Women's Association. See the cherries on the window? There's a big cherry theme going on through town. I think they have a cherry festival soon, so this must be a very big cherry growing area. And of course the Christmas decorations. So we're just leaving Manjimup now, heading for Bustleton. Going to Bunbury eventually, but skimming by Bustleton for lunch. Now we are quite some considerable distance away from Augusta Margaret River region, but straight away there's a strong smell of smoke in the air, and you can see smoke drifting past us. The wind is kind of coming from the west, so it is coming in this general direction, but we are some considerable distance away. It goes to show you basically the impact that bushfires. I've just got the CB radio on for emergencies. It just goes to show you the impact that bushfires can have over considerable distances. I remember when I was on Kangaroo Island, and the fires one night were some 70 kilometers away, and there was ash falling everywhere. I'm not the only car heading in this direction, which is a bit reassuring. But as I say, I've got the CB radio on for emergencies. When I'm not filming, I've got local radio on, which has got updates on the go. I've got two apps downloaded now. I've got Near Me, which alerts me if you're in proximity to any kind of incident, and I've got the department's emergency app as well. Both of which will alert me if there is any updates to incidents in the area. Yeah, I'll when we get onto a straight stretch of road, I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick this up, to be honest with you. But yeah, thick smell of smoke in the area.
An emergency remains in place from Redgate to Witchcliff down to Hamlin Bay. Incident controller Brad Barton says they're hoping milder conditions will provide some relief.
Winds have abated overnight and the cool change in cool weather is much appreciated. It will help us a little with our containment strategies and burning out of areas.
So the burn you can see on the left hand side is a historic burn. It's nothing to do with the current one. I just wanted to point that out. You can see on the right hand side is charring on the trees as well. It's just on the left hand side, this would have been more recent. On the right hand side you can see the grow back, the greenery coming back. On the left hand side it's very much kind of in the early stages of regrowth. Looks like a nice little town. The drive up here on Highway 10 was really nice through the national park, the forestries and whatnot. Christmas decorations up here as well. Yeah, looks very nice. 2 petrol stations, deli, coffee shop, bottle shop, police station. The absolute centre of town is in 300 metres. Looks like the police are doing stops. She's actually got a ranger on her jacket, so maybe she's a park ranger just having a chat. Maybe I jumped to conclusions there. Alright, actually I take it all back. Take it all back. Nice looking pub. Toilets are signposted up here, so we'll. There's a caravan park in Nannup. And where was the toilet? Yeah, the campsite there has teepees you can hire. Sleep in a teepee. Okay, whatever this is, there's public toilets here, so I'm just gonna pull over briefly. Alrighty, talk amongst yourselves and I'll be back shortly. Looks like a nice public area actually. Bit of a park, toilets, picnic areas and stage. This site is also the start of a heritage trail walk. It's where the old railway used to go, down this route. And it also has these totem poles, which might have inspired the teepees down the road. There's 3 more here. And there's 3 more here. There's also signage telling you about them here. There's a little Anzac memorial. There's a bigger one in town itself. It's also a bridleway. And here we are. The Nannup totems. 8 totems in total, designed and created by the community members to showcase 8 aspects of Nannup's cultural heritage. We got, let's zoom in for you. We got river, communities and children, gardens, heritage and railways, flora and fauna, timber and agriculture, indigenous history, music, arts and culture. Very nice. Some interpretation boards here about the Blackwood River, which runs through Nannup. We're right on the edge of Blackwood region as well. It talks about the old railway bridge, which we're about to go over. It's just over there. And the name Blackwood, which was named after Vice Admiral Sir Henry Blackwood by Governor Stirling. Now, apparently the, as it says here, the catchment area of the Blackwood River, 2.35 million hectares, is nearly as large as Belgium. As well as the Bibblumun Track, there's also the Munda, which is a mountain biking track, which runs from Bunbury, just north of Perth, all the way down to Albany. And Nannup actually represents the midpoint of that journey. Yeah. You learn something new every day. Marks the half point in the 1,000-kilometre Munda Trail. There's also a Blackwood River walking trail you can do, which runs down the bank of the river and loops back. Also got some inhabitants of the forest here, including bobtail lizards, western tiger snakes, dugite snakes, possums and quina. Never heard of that before. One of the routes to the bridge is the reconciliation pathway. Gives you a little bit of knowledge about the local indigenous tribes. Okay, we'll go around these ones. Very colourful artwork. Leads us to the start of the bridge. During the 1900s, well-known Nannup identity Dave Blythe began placing annual river lever markers on the tree beside the river. The tree was lost to bank erosion in 2010, but the markers live on. You can see there some of the floods. I'm guessing that's David Blythe. And this is bridge number 11. The Blackwood River looks quite tame there. If we just look to the right, there's the flood marker tree. You can see the top there, 1946. Down the bottom, that's the 2000 flood. But then, way up here, it's 1982. That is above where I'm standing on this bridge. So this bridge would have been totally submerged. That's crazy. Look how high it would have been. Delilah in the car park up there would have been underwater as well. So yeah. This is the Blackwood. This would have originally been a railway crossing over the Blackwood River. Hence the number for the register. Looks very lovely. But it's hard to imagine this as a raging torrent in the winter time after the rains. You can see all the down trees up and down the riverbanks. So where in the flat past they would have been eroded away in the floods. Look at that. And the same on this side. Oh well, all in all I'm glad I stopped here for a wee, because very nice little spot. And over the kind of couple of weeks, if the if the fires kind of recede down to the Margaret River region, who knows, I might come back down this way and stop in Nannup for a night on the way down. Very lovely little spot. Now the sun has come out and the winds have stopped. It's starting to warm up, as you could probably imagine. I don't want to say anything, but at the moment, whisper it, there aren't any flies. But you can hear the multitude of insects around in the bush. Alright, let's get cracking to Bustleton, where the longest jetty in the southern hemisphere is. Not that hard to do if you think about it, but still, it's impressively long. Next week on Jeep Roscoe. So this is Bustleton Jetty. Their Christmas decorations up. That's Bunbury Town.